Hello, hello. Welcome to LadyBoss Unplugged. This is your host, Molly Richards. And like I always say with such sincerity, I am so happy that you are here and that we get to hang out together. So today we are talking about something we all know we should do more of, and that is walking, but walking with a twist. You are now listening to Lady Boss Unplugged, where you will get inspired, empowered, and pumped up to take action on your health, your goals, your life, and your dreams. For more, go to ladyboss.com/unplugged. This is your host, Molly Richards. Now let's get this party started. Okay, so every time I share something here on Lady Boss Unplugged, I share with all sincerity. Like I'm sharing stuff that I do, what I believe in, the way that I live my life, and the things that I practice. And walking is something that I know is so important for all of us. Like I say, it's cheap, right? All you have to do is put on a pair of sneakers and you go. You don't have to have a membership, and it's just easy. It's a great way to stay healthy. And so I'm excited to share this tip with you, walking with a twist. And we're not just going to walk for the sake of walking. We're going to stack those steps with activities that fuel our body, our mind, and our soul. So we're talking about stacking our walk today. Have you ever heard of this? Have you ever done this? Actually, you probably didn't even think about it, but you probably do this. And so this episode is all about getting your steps in while feeding your happiness, your personal growth, and your health. Can I get an amen? So as we know, as we've talked about before, walking is so crucial, right? Did you actually know that walking is one of the most underrated forms of exercise? It really is. Even according to Harvard Health, just 30 minutes of brisk walking each day can reduce the risk of heart disease by 19%. Hello, sign me up for that, right? I'll do anything to live longer and feel happier and healthier. And this is one way to do it. So not only does it, reduce the risk of heart disease, but you know this, it improves your mood, right? It helps you sleep better at night. It helps with weight management and, whatever season it is, like you're getting outdoors if it's not snowing or raining out, but you're getting fresh air. You're getting time in nature. And to me, walking can change a bad mood into a good mood. It could change a day where I'm feeling lethargic and sleepy into energetic and with that attitude of let's go. And I've shared with you before that when my kids were younger and I would get snippy and I would be short with them, they would say to me, Mom, do you need to go for a run? Do you need to go for a walk? Like, do you need to get some exercise? They were so right. I did not want to admit to them that they were right, but they were. And so if you're feeling grumpy, short fused, sad, or just blah, go for a 30-minute walk and I promise you will feel better. So I want to share with you today why I believe stacking your walks is a total game changer. And if you're wondering, like, what is stacking your walks? I don't even know what you're saying, Molly. This is all about multitasking in a way that feels good for you. So check it out. You're already walking. And so why not double or even triple the benefits by adding activities that will improve your mind, your body, and your emotional health, right? And so you're probably a busy woman like me, and you're always looking for ways to make the most of your time. I know I am. And so stacking your walk allows you to fit in things like personal development, stress relief, or even connection with friends or family while you're also taking care of your body. So many times we feel like it's a this or that situation, right? Well, I could work out today or I could go have coffee with a friend. Why not go walking with your friend while you're talking with her? I call those walk and talks. Isn't that the best? So you don't have to go sit and pay for a coffee or a lunch or anything like that. You're like, let's move our bodies together, girlfriend, and catch up. I love doing this with my sisters, my friends, my mom. It is the best. And then I'm going to give you in a second some of my favorite ways to stack your walks because, like I said, you're not only getting your steps in with your walk, but you can improve your life in so many ways. So, one of my favorite ways is to listen to personal development while I'm on a walk. You might be listening to this podcast while you're on a walk. Yay, go you. So you could also listen to an Audible. You can even listen to last week's prayer service or church service. You could even do an Audible prayer or your Bible app. You can even do a walking meditation. I know, sounds wild, right? But you could do an open eye meditation while you're walking. I do that with an app. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's really cool. I love it. So one of my favorite things to do, like I said, is I listen to podcasts or Audible books. So whether it's self-help or it could be even fiction or your favorite motivational podcast, but you're walking while listening. And it's amazing. You're literally stimulating your body and your brain at the same time. So, have you read the book before, Automatic Habits? It is so good. Write this down on your list of books that you should read. In fact, get this app. It's free. It's called Any List. And when people recommend things to you, like I'm recommending to you right now, put it in this list, Any List. Use this app. So for me, I just want to give you a quick tip, little squirrel side note. Welcome to my world and my brain. But when someone tells me like, oh, you should read this book, I go into my list. I put books recommended by my friends, and I put the name of this book. So you could put Atomic Habits by James Clear. That's the author. And then you can put recommended by Molly Richards. I do that with Netflix shows. I do that with restaurants. I do that with foods to buy, everything. And I always put the person who recommended it to me because if I love it, I send them a text or a DM thanking them. So anyway, so that's a quick tip. But I digress. And now I'm back. So in Atomic Habits, though, James Clear says every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. So use your habits, use your walks. I get that word habits. I love good habits, but use your walks as time to build the mindset of the person you want to be. So that's why I do personal development. I'm not trying to stay who I am. I'm literally trying to work on the future Molly, my future self. And so use this time to work on the person you want to become. And that's what James Clear says in the book. You're going to get, if you don't have it yet, Atomic Habits. Put my name in the person that recommended it to you. And then I want to hear how you liked it. Another way that I stack my walks is that I say positive affirmations while I'm walking. I do. I will walk and I will say, I am whole. I am loved. I am loving. I am worthy. I matter. I am generous. I am smart. I am strong. I am sexy. I am fit. I am healthy. I am rich. I'm abundant. I am compassionate. I am a doer. I am a giver. I have amazing energy. I will literally say this on my walk, sometimes out loud. And I do not care, nor should you, if someone walking by me thinks I'm crazy because I'm talking out loud. It's okay. Or you could say these to yourself, but it is so cool when you speak those positive affirmations out loud. Your body and your being is just believing it, right? It's just believing the things that you're telling yourself. Another thing that you could do is mindfulness, and you could practice gratitude while you're walking. You could literally recite the things that you are grateful for that day. You could be like, I'm so grateful that I have loving kids that I am close to and that check in with me every day or every other day. I'm thankful for my husband that laughs at my jokes and just, is my better half. I am grateful for the LadyBoss community because we are women supporting women and cheering for each other and helping each other become our happiest, healthiest selves. I am grateful for my podcast community, this podcast community. I'm grateful for you. So you could do this. But the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that people who practice gratitude regularly experience higher levels of happiness, higher levels of well-being. So this is an awesome way to stack your walk. You're going to come out of your walk happier, not just because you moved your body, but because you also practiced gratitude, right? And like I said, you can recite positive affirmations or mantras like, I am enough, I am strong, I am becoming the best version of myself every day. You say that every day on your walk, oh my goodness, you're going to be a new person. or like I say, a more improved version of the already awesome you. Another way that you can stack your walks is what I call fitness boosting walks. And all this means is on your walk, you can spice it up a little bit by adding short bursts of speed walking or jogging. Or you could even stop for a minute and do like 10 squats, 10 jump squats. You could do 10 push ups. You could even do push ups along a wall. You can do high knees. You could do jumping jacks. You can do lunges, maybe some walking lunges, and then get right back to your walk. But you will burn more calories and improve your cardiovascular health by doing this while also keeping your walk interesting. All of a sudden, you're like, I just crushed that. Oh my gosh, not only did I walk, not only am I listening to personal development, feeding my brain, but I also just did this amazing fitness boosting interval. Like, what? So you could add to your mantra, I am a baddie. I am amazing, because you are. And another thing you can do for this fitness boosting stack is that you could incorporate strength. So like I said, you can take a minute to do some lunges, some squats, some push-ups. So it doesn't just have to be where you're speeding up your your quickness of your walk, but you're doing things that are going to build muscles. So like 10 minutes of strength training will give you that extra boost. So cool. Okay, you might have noticed that I'm kind of a social person. I'm kind of an extrovert. And so this way of stacking your walk might be my favorite. And it is to make your walk time for social. This might be the only social time you get in your day or even in your week. And so what I call these are walk and talks. Another term could be like a buddy walk, but it's basically walking with a friend or a family member who also is your friend. And you're walking and you're talking. So it not only helps you rack up those steps, but it also helps you with connection, with your social time, which we all need, right? Humans were born for connection. And so this will just not only boost your mind and your body and your health by movement, but also just chatting it out and laughing, learning from one of your friends. Maybe you've had a tough week and you need to vent a little. Maybe your friend needs you to be a listener, but this is just such a great time for that. In fact, after I record this podcast, I'm going to go put on my walking shoes and I'm going for a walk and talk or a buddy walk with one of my sisters. I have 4 sisters. I also have 4 brothers. I'm one of 9 kids. Fun fact. I also do these walk and talks often with my mom. And not only is it awesome and super fun, but I learn things from my mom. We laugh our butts off. Sometimes we have to stop and laugh so hard because our sides ache from laughing so hard. But it's just it's special time too, right? Like I love walking with my mom. I love walking with my sisters and my friends. It makes me happy. Literally, I come home after a walk and talk and I am just way energized. I am a happier version of me. So my family gets a better me from these walk and talks. But studies show that strong social ties improve our mental and physical health. So do this, do a walk and talk, do a buddy walk. You will love it. Another thing that you can do to stack your walks is family walks. So get your kids out there with you, get your partner out there with you. Even your dog can get involved. Oftentimes we get dogs to make us go walk, right? So it's a win-win for the dog and for us. But what I know is this, walking as a family is such a great way to bond. It's a great way for everyone to move their bodies. And it's an awesome way for us as parents to set an example for our kids. Families that sweat together, stay together. Can I get an amen? An amen? I mean, for real though. Like I always say that, I'm like, kids, let's go. Or like the kids can ride their bikes while I'm jogging next to them or walking fast. Cause I don't really jog or run much anymore. My knees kind of jacked up. Another fun fact for you to hear today. But a really good time to do this is actually like right after dinner, right? You're all kind of full and maybe you have to go, the kids have to finish homework or everyone just kind of wants to go and sit on the couch or get on their phones or whatever it is, but just be like, let's go for a walk around the block. And it is magical. Everyone will come back feeling happier. And guess what? Everyone, including you, will sleep better that night. So that is awesome for your health, right? And your well-being. Another reason I love this way of having a stack of my walk is I figure that each time I walk, it's a walk in nature. I actually live by the beach. And so I love it. I'm like, this is my time to get the ocean air, to put my toes in the sand. Oftentimes I go and take off my shoes and walk along the water. And I think of it as like grounding or earthing. And I just feel like a new person. And it is so good for our mental health just to be out in nature. So even if you don't have the beach, but you have trees around you, right? And all of that and that fresh air, oh my gosh, you're going to feel better mentally afterwards too. So studies actually have shown that spending time in nature reduces our stress hormones. What? Yes. And it boosts our mental clarity. Amazing. Talk about a great way to stack your walk. So even if you can't make it into a forest, right? Or anything like that, if you could walk in a park and you're around trees, you will have the same benefits. So again, I've got more research here. It's from Stanford University. I love research and I love facts, right? Fun facts. But this research from Stanford shows that people who walk in natural environments experience reduced depression and reduced anxiety. Let's go. Okay, so like I said, next time you feel anxious, next time you feel depressed, put on your sneakers and go for a walk and notice how you feel after just 30 minutes. Y'all, I know this for sure. 30 minutes goes by so fast. You could go on your phone on TikTok, right? Or on Instagram or Facebook or on YouTube and raise your hand wherever you are if 30 minutes on social media goes by so fast. All of a sudden you're like, where did 30 minutes go? What just happened? So imagine if next time, oh wait, let me just also tell you this. Many times we spend that 30 minutes on social media and we come out of it more anxious, more depressed. And so why are we doing it, right? So what if next time you pick up your phone to scroll the feed, you instead pick up your sneakers and go for a walk? You won't come back from that walk more anxious or more depressed. In fact, you will come back the opposite. You will have less anxiety and less depression. So which one are you going to choose? You have the choice. Me, I'm going to walk. I'm trying to spend less and less time on social media just because I know it is not good for me. I just know. In fact, my husband can tell if I've been on social media too much. He's like, are you okay? Like it does something weird to our brains, y'all. And that is a whole other podcast that I will tackle later. I'm very grateful for social media because I've met a lot of awesome people and gotten a lot of good recipes and outfit ideas. And it's a great way to stay connected, but it's also dangerous in my opinion. So we will talk about that later. But another thing, which is super cool, is walking in nature actually can spark our creativity. Really. So if you're ever feeling stuck, right, just go outside and ideas will come to your mind. Have you ever felt that way? Or you just feel like you're at your desk all day and you're just like, blah, you're just feeling like you're not feeling inspired. You're not coming up with new ideas. You go outside, you go for a walk. You're like, I got it. Like I get some of my best ideas on walks. The other place I get good ideas is in the shower. I don't know why. But I mean, if you think about one of the most successful guys, Steve Jobs, he used to go for walk and talk meetings with his employees because it generated new ideas because they were moving their body and therefore they were moving their minds and they were coming up with new ideas. And so walk and talks, even for work, are so awesome. So I hope that you try this. I hope that you will start stacking your walks. And whether you're stacking your walks with a podcast, an Audible, or affirmations and mantras, or you're stacking your walk with quality time with your friends or your family, or with your kids, your husband, your partner, or you're just enjoying that time in nature and you're fighting depression and anxiety with every single step, remember that these steps are not just about movement. These steps are not just about exercise. They are about building a more vibrant, fuller, happier, and calm life. I'm telling you, a walk makes me calm. Obviously, I need one right now because I'm so excited talking about this with you. But it just will calm you and it will help you have a better day. It'll help you have better sleep that night. In fact, this happens to me and it might happen to you, but after a walk, I just feel less like overeating. And I just feel like it's weird. I eat less like if I go for a walk before dinner. And I also digest my food better if I go for a walk after dinner. And so walks are just magical, right? Can you tell I'm a huge believer in walks? So I challenge you this week to start stacking your walks and to see how you feel, notice how you feel. So, what can you add to your walk this week that brings you more joy? That helps you learn something, that inspires you, that gives you energy, and that puts this form of fitness just into your daily life. So I want to encourage you to start today, and you'll be amazed at how much better you feel. So, real quick, I want you to check this out. I'm going to take a quick break, but I'm going to be right back, and I have a couple more things to share with you. If you're looking for a reason to start your weight loss journey, this is your sign. The free LadyBoss Weight Loss Kickstart gives you the tools you need to ignite your weight loss journey with no cost and no hassle. Download your free guide at the link in the description below. So, by incorporating these strategies, I know that you will not only increase your steps, but you will nurture your mental and emotional well being, right? This is literally a holistic way to living better. It really is. And so I am so excited for you. What I also want you to do, I have one more little call to action for you, is for you to invite some of your friends to start stacking their walks too. So if you know someone that just does a walk, you could even say to her, hey, have you ever thought of listening to a podcast while you're doing a walk, doing your walk? You're like, go listen to Lady Boss Unplugged. Okay, sorry, cheesy plug. But you could even tell her, like, listen to a podcast. So what I know is, like, many times we all just don't feel like we could squeeze in all the things we want to in our day. This is the way that you will squeeze in so many things. One other way, that's what I was going to say, to stack your walk is this is a time that I actually make phone calls. This is a time that I call my mom and we chat it up for like 30 minutes to an hour, or someone that I haven't talked to in a long time where I'm like, I don't have time to call her. My day is so packed. I'm like, I'm going to do it on my walk. And it's like, I'm old. I love old school phone calls. So when I call someone, I'm like, yo, how are you? They're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm thinking of you on my walk. How are you? And it feels so good at the end of that conversation to be like, I moved my body and I caught up with a long lost friend or someone that I've been meaning to touch base with. Many times, I even schedule doctor's appointments when I'm on a walk. I do. I know, wild, right? Or I'll check things off my to-do list while I'm walking. If you're on a path, by the way, pull over for a minute. You don't have to put a blinker on. But one day I was walking along and I was looking at the ocean and boom, I ran into someone who basically stopped right in the middle of the path to make a phone call and then jot something in her phone. So pull over, because I almost like mowed her down. It was crazy. I just had to tell you one more fun fact in this podcast today. So anyway, long story short, I am super excited for you to stack your walks. You will not only feel amazing, you will get more done in your day, and you'll just be happier and healthier, which is the whole point of me sharing this in this podcast with you. So thank you so much for joining me today. We have so many awesome podcasts coming your way, including lots of awesome guests. Oh my gosh, I'm super pumped up. Next week, we get to hang out with someone super cool and inspiring. So you don't want to miss a podcast. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you leave a review. I want to hear from you. And share this podcast or a specific episode with a friend, whether it's copying the link, texting it to them, sharing it on social, on your story, or wherever on your feed. But I just want you to know that I appreciate you. And many of you tell me that I motivate you. I just want you to know that you motivate me right back. If I inspire you, I want you to know that you are inspiring me right back. We are in this together, and we are committed here at Lady Boss to making each other stronger This is such an awesome supportive community. So I'm so happy you're here because I know that so many people are looking for a supportive community. So again, if you have friends that are looking for that, send them to LadyBoss. And it's a place where they belong and they are seen and they will get motivated and get the positivity that they need in their life to be happy and healthy and amazing and to reach all of their goals. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will see you on the next episode.